Seafood pasta can be traced back to Naples, Italy, being that it's on the ocean. They eat a lot of seafood. This easy and delicious Santa Barbara seafood pasta comes together in 30 minutes. Step one is to get a bechamel sauce going. I've melted my butter, to which I'm now adding my 3 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, and you know you can find my bechamel recipe on my YouTube channel, but this needs to cook for 2 minutes before we add the milk, cooking out the flour taste, figure eights and around, figure eights and around. Meanwhile, while I'm stirring the bechamel roux, I have my water on the stove to boil to cook our pasta. I'm going to be serving a thin spaghetti pasta with my seafood mixture, but you can use any kind of pasta that you want. Totally up to you. Time to add our milk all at once, stirring out the lumps. And because I'm going to be adding cheese, mustard, other seasoning, as well as sherry to this bechamel, it'll actually be, I will be turning it into what's a Mornay sauce. In France, anytime you add cheese to a bechamel, it becomes a Mornay sauce. You can add other ingredients as well. Our bechamel sauce is absolutely perfect, beautiful. And now I'm adding about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, some Italian seasoning. Portions aren't important. This is totally by feel, totally by taste. And now I'm going to pour in our sherry. This is about 1/4 cup of sherry. Your sauce will be very thick at that point, so the sherry will bring it to the texture that we're looking for. And now your last 2 ingredients, about 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and about 3/4 cup of a white cheese. I'm using a combination mozzarella and jack. No particular reason. You can use anything that you want. So I'm heating some olive oil in a saute pan, and while our pasta is cooking, I'm going to saute my shallots and 1 clove of grated garlic until they're translucent. Peppers. As I said, proportions aren't important. It just depends on how many people you're feeding and how much you want to be making. To add our shrimp, I'm using about 1/3 pound of pre-cooked shrimp. I can tell this is going to make a lot for 2 people. I'm adding about 1/2 cup of canned crab. I couldn't buy fresh crab this week, so I had some. Depending on the crab, I hope it'll do the trick for us. I do wish I had started with a little bit bigger pan. This is making a lot more than I anticipated. So now I'm adding in just chunks of baked fresh salmon. And this is a point where you can use anything that you like. It's delicious with scallops, but they were not available to me. It would be great with almost any seafood that you can think of. As long as it has the shrimp and crab in it, you can get away with a lot. And now it's just time to add a generous pinch of Italian parsley. And now this will just be put aside until it's all ready to be combined. Our pasta has cooked perfectly and it's drained, and I like to put it back on the heat just for a little bit to take out the excess water. Then lowering the heat to next to nothing, I like to just drizzle it lightly with olive oil. So now it's time to start adding your Mornay sauce. About half of it to start with. You want to toss it all together and make sure that the pasta is nicely coated. So once our pasta is nicely coated, it's simply a matter of just incorporating this beautiful seafood mixture with the pasta and the Mornay sauce. Adding just some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. This beautiful seafood pasta dish is always a family favorite.